What if the most powerful instruction Jesus ever gave was never written in the canon? What if the ultimate secret to salvation wasn't a ritual, a sacrifice, or a lifetime of penance, but a simple acoustic key, a password spoken to the universe itself? The date is approximately 33 AD. The location, a hidden upper room in Jerusalem. Outside, the Roman legions are patrolling. In the shadows, the temple guards are gathering. The machinery of betrayal has already begun to turn. Judas Iscariot has left the room. The disciples are terrified. They can feel the cold breath of destiny on their necks. They know the end is coming, even if they don't understand how. They are looking to their master for a weapon, for a plan, for a miracle that will stop the empire. But Jesus doesn't give them a sword. He doesn't give them a map of escape routes. Instead, he gathers the inner circle: Peter, John, James' son. He leans in. He offers them something the prophets of old would have traded their lives to possess. He says, "I am giving you the key." 3 words. When you speak them with understanding, the architecture of this world dissolves, and the door to the Father opens. The monad recognizes you, and you step through. Peter, the pragmatist, asks just 3 words. That is all. And the Nazarene smiles a smile not of this world. The universe was spoken into existence with a word. The monad responds only to truth. These 3 words are the key. But you must say them tonight, while the veil is thin. This secret was not meant for the crowds on the Mount of Beatitude. It was not meant for the Pharisees. It was the Logos Agrapha, the unwritten word reserved for the chosen ones. And tonight, across the chasm of 2,000 years, that key is being placed in your hand. You are not here by accident. The algorithm didn't bring you here. Your frequency did. The veil is thin tonight. The monad is listening. Are you ready to speak the words? To understand why these 3 words work, we must first understand the architecture of reality as the Gnostics and the ancient mystics understood it. We must talk about the monad. In modern Christianity, God is often pictured as a separate Bina king on a throne, judging from a distance. But to the ancients, to the Pythagoreans, and to the inner circle of Christ, God was the monad, the one, the indivisible source, the singularity from which all consciousness flows, and to which it must return. The Gnostic texts, like the secret book of John or the Gospel of Thomas, describe our reality not as a creation, but as a fragmentation. Imagine a mirror shattering into a billion pieces. Each shard reflects the light, but each shard believes it is separate from the others. That is you. That is me. We are fragments of the monad, suffering from a cosmic amnesia. We call this separation consciousness. Jesus saw this clearly. He saw that the root of all human suffering wasn't sin in the legal sense. It was forgetfulness. We have forgotten our source code. When Jesus looked at his disciples that night, he didn't see fishermen or tax collectors. He saw trapped light. He saw gods who thought they were worms. He knew that complex rituals wouldn't fix this. You cannot think your way out of a prison made of thought. You cannot perform your way back to unity. The monad, that supreme, intelligent, unified field of consciousness, does not respond to complexity. Complexity is the language of the ego. The monad responds to resonance. It responds to truth spoken with absolute clarity. Think of the universe as a locking mechanism. Most prayers are like noise-scattered frequencies of I want, I need, please help. The monad hears this as static, but Jesus was a master of frequency. He understood that certain combinations of words, when powered by a specific state of consciousness, act as a carrier wave. They cut through the static of the material world. He needed a phrase short enough to bypass the analytical mind, but profound enough to encompass the entire theology of the cosmos. One word is too abstract. 2 words are unstable, creating duality. But 3 words. 3 is the number of manifestation. Father, Son, Spirit, thought, word, action. Beginning, middle, end. The triangle is the strongest structure in the universe. So, He gave them a trinity of words, a phrase designed to shift your consciousness instantaneously from the illusion of me against the world to the reality of I am the world it gave tempting. Password to the mainframe. Here is the warning before the revelation. The power is not in the syllables themselves. If you write these words on a piece of paper, nothing happens. If a parrot learns to speak them, the heavens do not open. The monad does not respond to biological robots. It responds to consciousness. Words are merely the vessel. The fuel is your understanding. When a chosen one, and by chosen, we mean a soul that has matured enough to hold this frequency, speaks these words, they are sending a command code into the quantum field. The 3 words Jesus taught to the chosen ones are, I am one. I am one. 9 letters. 1 doorway. It sounds deceptively simple. The ego wants to dismiss it. Is that it? Is that the secret? But let us decode the metaphysical weight of this phrase, word by word, as the master would have explained it in the hush of that upper room. First, I am. This is not a grammar term. This is the divine name. When Moses stood barefoot before the burning bush and asked the voice for its name, the reply was, Ea, Asher, Ea. I am that I am. It is the statement of pure existence. It is consciousness becoming aware of itself. When you say I am, you are not referring to your name, your job, or your body. You are invoking the eternal subject. You are activating the God spark within. Second, 1. This is the destination, the monad, the henad. 1 is the solvent that dissolves the illusion of duality. In T's world we see 2, up and down, good and evil, me and you. But the ultimate truth, the truth that Jesus carried, is non-duality. When you say 1, you are declaring that the fragmentation is an illusion. You are aligning yourself with the unified field. I am 1. When you speak these together, you are collapsing the distance between the creator and the created. You are not saying, I want to be 1. You are not saying, I hope to be 1. You are stating a present tense fact. I am 1. It is a declaration of identity, and when the monad hears a fragment of itself declare its unity, it recognizes the signal. It is like a mother hearing the true voice of her child in a crowd. The lock turns, but Jesus warned them. You cannot just say it. You must vibrate it. The chosen ones carry a specific frequency. You are here because your soul agreed to carry this frequency. If someone who is asleep in the matrix tries to use this password, it is like entering the right code with the wrong encryption key. Access denied. But when you speak it, the physics of your reality begin to bend. So, how do we apply this ancient technology tonight? We live in a world of noise. Our minds are fractured by notifications, stress, and anxiety. Jesus knew this would happen. He knew the chosen ones would get lost in the labyrinth of the material world. That is why he gave a key, not a lecture. Here is the protocol for activation. Do not skip a step. Step 1. The silence. You cannot speak the truth from a place of mental chaos. Tonight, before you sleep, sit in the dark. Put away the screens. Close your eyes. Wait until the sediment of the day settles. Wait until you are just being. Step 2. The feeling. Before you speak, you must feel the reality of the words. Feel I am. Locate that part of you that watches your thoughts. The silent observer. That is the spark. Feel 1. Imagine your skin dissolving. Imagine your consciousness expanding to fill the room, the city, the cosmos. Feel the terrifying, beautiful truth that there is no out there. There is only you. Step 3. The utterance. Speak the words out loud, not a whisper, not a shout, a declaration. I am 1. As you speak, hold the feeling. You are encrypting the sound wave with the frequency of unity. Quantum physics tells us that the observer affects the observed. When you speak this phrase with high-frequency consciousness, you are collapsing the wave function of your life into a state of alignment. What happens next? If you are a chosen one, and you hit the resonant frequency, the response is immediate. You may feel a physical click in the center of your chest, the heart lock breaking open. You may perceive a shift in the geometry of the room space, feeling suddenly vast or incredibly intimate. You may feel a magnetic pull at the crown of your head. Do not resist this. That is the portal. That is the monad drawing you back into alignment. Some of you will break through on the first try. You will experience Satorya, flash of enlightenment, where you disappear and only the one remains. For others, it will be subtle. A sense of peace that defies logic. A knowing. This is not failure. It is tuning. You are tuning the instrument of your soul. Why did Jesus insist? Say them tonight. Why not tomorrow? Why not when you have more time? Because consciousness is fluid. Right now, as you listen to this, you are in an activated state. The concepts of the monad, the portal, and your divine identity are active in your working memory. Your frequency has been entrained to the vibration of this truth. Tonight, as you drift toward sleep, you enter the liminal space, the hypnagogic state, the veil between the conscious mind and the deep subconscious, the bridge to the monades, thinner than at any other time. Your analytical defenses are down. The ego is tired. This is the golden hour for spiritual insertion. If you wait until tomorrow, the matrix reloads. The emails, the coffee, the traffic, the frequency drops back to baseline. You will remember the words, but you will lose the power. When you speak "I am one" tonight, you are setting a beacon. Watch what happens in the coming days. The monad, having recognized its own voice in you, will begin to reorganize your reality. Synchronicities will explode. You will meet others of the same frequency, the scattered tribe of the chosen, finding each other in the dark. You are making yourself visible to the universe. The 3 words are yours now. They traveled from the lips of the Messiah, through the shadows of the upper room, across the burning sands of history, to reach you right here, right now. This is not an accident. It is an appointment. Jesus gave the key to the disciples. I have passed it to you. The door is standing ajar. The monad is listening.